and I think JKS should be removed for an IGL. Like that's just
Okay. Your boy kicking your boy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Your
I mean,
bestie.
Okay.
there's no my boy, your boy. It's just what reality check right here.
That beautiful
the thing is-
sentimentalism you always appreciate from Cassad. Listen, JKS, there's no your boy, my boy. It's reality. Get the fuck out. Love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But the thing is, like, if you look at it, let's disregard what, like, Zeus said and the fact that he thinks that, Twists
Okay.
or his girlfriend is running the show or whatever the deal is there. But let's say he's just a normal, regular, whatever player, right? And everything is running smoothly there. Right now, I don't see a way where he can stay in IGL. I don't think he's good enough to be there. I don't think he has the mindset to do that. Maybe he can be a secondary caller or somebody who can pitch in and help with the vision of the direction or whatever the fuck you want to call it of the team, that he can help a lot in playbook and everything else and focus on his role. Which leaves us to one thing only, Justin. And his roles clashes with NAF, and it has been like that for a while. If you go to his last 6 months stats, he's posting 101 rating with 70 ADR. He's 29 years old. There is absolutely no reason for them to keep him at all. Past whatever, like these couple of events they have, right? There is just no value in keeping him because he provides zero of the same. I don't think on the server he provides any impactful frags. Outside of the server, he doesn't really provide any kind of not camaraderie, but energy, impact, whatever you want to call it, in the sense that he's the glue of the team, so you kind of have to keep him or whatever the thing is. And it would be a clear upgrade to if you bring an IGL into this mix, right? Doesn't matter who it is. We can speak about IGLs and names. You can wait for the off season, whatever it is. But that needs to be the next move. Simply if they want to upgrade, Twist needs to go back to watching his own thing and doing his own thing and fragging, getting his own numbers, because he's still super sharp, still super good. Like, he has impact. His individual performance has decreased in the sense that he doesn't put out as much as he did in phase. And Justin, for me, it's just his career needs to be probably going to take another direction, taking a lesser role in a lesser team like FlyQuest or something like that. There is no room for him in Tier 1 anymore, and the IGL needs to come in and reorganize that team.
Thoughts, Maui?
I mean, I feel like the best move for the team would just be Shuhei for JKS. So yeah, I would think that would be the highest priority idea for Liquid to try to enact in order to try to just move on from this Twist project, and then just recognize that, yeah, like, I mean, I'm just surprised that, like, for Cassad to say it. Like, I'm kind of surprised that Cassad's the one that says it, because obviously he has a huge history with JKS, with the Renegades lineups and all the iterations of those. Actually, was it just under the Renegades banner?
Under Thieves.
Under Thieves, but even though I have like a huge history, like take the NBA, Pat Riley has a huge history with Dwayne Wade and Shaq, and you don't see him trying to bring Shaq back into the fucking
yeah, exactly.
Team, just
yeah. So for you to say it, I mean, I think that it's just like, it's gotten to the point where watching Liquid play, and I would say that we've kind of swept under the rug the role overlap between him and Naf, where they both want to be the last guy in the round player. Like, naturally, Nertz is pretty much an entry. Like, I would say he's pretty aggressive. He's not Yakindar, but he's kind of more of a modern version of what Yakindar probably should have made himself be. Twist is a really good mid and late round player. He can be an opener, of course, but like, he's pretty versatile. He's very versatile, but he's so valuable in late rounds also. And just with how JKS played, I guess just watching them and like, I guess like the target of when I was watching these games was like the T sides, how they were finishing, and ultimate. Like, that's and nerds. So I guess I kind of wasn't like the frame, because like when you're watching a Counter-Strike game, I try to, like, obviously I'm trying to keep an open mind about everything, but I am thinking with a narrative in mind of like, what am I paying the most attention to? And I'd say the calling is on a handful of maps for Liquid quite bad, especially their finishers. I think are incredibly uninspired. Ultimate was very bad at Katowice in general, like just missing shit. Also, just again like getting flash off of a million angles and trying to force things in the mid round for himself, and then he's just unable to find anything. I thought Nerds was sick. I thought Nerds was always like anytime he wanted to find something, he couldn't do it at will, but he was doing it enough where it should have been enough of a luxury for them that they should have been better. So the NAF JKS thing was swept under the rug for me because Ultimate was like glaringly bad. So, but in terms of who do I have the most faith in moving forward, I would still keep giving Ultimate passes because role wise, he's obviously in a very particular position that like an IGL is not going to satisfy. So keep him, keep Nerds, keep Twist, keep NAF. And then, yeah, I think it's the most natural play for Liquid is Shuhei because Shuhei is also more aggressive. That's another big thing. Like he can be more of a starter in these rounds alongside Nerds, which will then give space to Twist and to NAF to close things out.
The problem is in this team, I've even seen in interviews they address this and go, it's not even true. There isn't an overlap. It's like you're doing that thing again that pro players do, which I'm so fucking bored of. We're talking about roles, not positions on CT side.
Yeah.
Like, stop doing that. What we're talking about is think about Dota and farm. There's only so much farm on the map. You can't have 4 carries. It's not possible. If you do that, one person isn't to carry because you won't get a farm. So what we're talking about here is there can only be room for one super lurker on this team. And it is obviously NAF. It's always been NAF. By the way, it even has to be because as far as I know, it's just NAF and Twist's team. And if they walk tomorrow, and if they don't make the team that those guys want, they can get into like a European team anytime they want. Like those are still very well respected players that have never had their games drop off. So the issue is JKS is just the obvious person to remove. I didn't hate him coming in because you have to remember that these guys came in replacing Skulls and Cadian who were really struggling and were looking absolute shit. So at the time it was like, you know what, JKS like stops the bleeding. He's going to play like a consistent game. Ultimate hit some frags early on, obviously. So you were sort of willing to give it a go at that point in time. It just hasn't worked. Like I'm always willing to have a try where you can have Axel and Electronic in the same team and JKS and NAF, but it has to work out. I'm just trying it. Doesn't mean I'm going to commit myself forever to that move. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And unfortunately, it just hasn't. And then I also throw this out there. The one problem I have with JKS, because I've watched a lot of Liquid games, is I always, put it this way, the reason I never would have cut him from G2 is because he still used to win a bunch of clutches. And early in Liquid, he did. He still would have those big rounds where he'd win like the nice 1v1 for you. And the thing about JKS, because he's a clutch specialist, he can even win you like not even the shit ones where the guys know it. He'll just win like a real 1v1 where he like plays smart and goes for the bomb and stuff. The problem is he hasn't even done that for a while now. I feel like I've seen so little from his game. He's just been sort of invisible. And you're right, because the guy with the AWP, the fucking super expensive weapon who everyone was glazing last year, has just been non-existent and had games where he has like 9 fucking kills or whatever over like a series or some shit. Yeah, everyone's been looking at Ultimate, but JKS is definitely skated by at this point. And then, as you say, the most obvious out of all time is right there, because I'd spoil it. I'm pretty sure from when I talked to him last year, they would take him in a heartbeat. It's just go to FlyQuest and be one of their best players and get paid again and be on an American org. And there's still a bunch of upside there, because I will say the one side problem for JKS is this was the last chance saloon for a European team, mate. Like, and yes, I know they're North American, but I mean like an international squad. Like, if I look down the rosters, there's no one else. Like, everyone else has like better young players, or they've just got good top players. So, unfortunately, the days that you're ever going to be in G2 or FaZe again, they've gone. Those days have gone, which is okay.
Yeah,
you had a long career. You had a very long career. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
in FlyQuest.
Yeah. I think him for Liaz is a huge upgrade for FlyQuest.
You're still going to be playing majors, most likely. You're still going to be on these events because FlyQuest.
And you'll be a hero to your people. You'll have loads of fan support. I think it works out for everyone.
It's a lot of upsides.
Yes.
Lots of upsides.
And by the way, for people who don't know, yes, it hasn't worked out yet. Regali was a massive fucking gamble, but a good one. Like, that's way better than the random Australian oppers you don't know. Like, that team could even be like, all right, listen, I'm never going to glaze it. It's never going to be good, but it could be all right. They could, like, pretty soon, they could have a chance to get out of these planes from now on. They could win, like, a real game at a major, not just a bullshit BO1 to ruin everyone's pick'ems. Like, I could actually be a relevant team with JKS. Also, by the way, in their team, he would be really good, wouldn't he? Like, we're talking about different levels.
Yeah.
With JKS for Liaz, they could be real, like, a legitimate top 14 team. I think they hit that as their peak before.
That's too much, but still. Like top
That's too
14,
much,
there's a lot
Yeah.
of European tier 2 teams that can just be.
I'd just say try and get
Probably
within the
would
top
be better
20.
than that.
Yeah, just try and get to like 18th, then go out to 21, then go 17th one
Yeah.
tournament, then go, yeah. Or make like second phase of a major for real and then just lose. You know, do that. Give me something extra. Give me a bit more. And by the way,
exactly.
I'll even tell you, Aussie fans, because they've never had a top team for fucking ages now, they'd be happy with that. I'm not even joking. They're not like the Col fans who the whole time, we want to see Elise win the major. Like, fucking hell, bro, he's the only one we've got in the team that's any good. Like, it's not like that. The Aussie fans just want like a chance, bro. They just don't want to come last. They want to just feel like in a game we had a chance to win the map, even if we lose 11-13, and I think JKS does that for them. So yeah, I'm with you. I think it's a good take. See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.